Hi, my name is Rebecca, and I really want to share my story with you because I'm feeling pretty confused right now and don't really understand how this happened. So, it all started one day a few months ago. I was sitting with my best friend, Amy, and she was telling me about her summer vacation plans. But I barely heard anything she said because all I could focus on was Troy. I had the biggest crush on this boy called Troy who goes to our school. At the moment that Amy was telling me her plans, he was walking by, and I could feel my face blushing and even my ears were ringing. Amy got annoyed at me because she could tell I wasn't listening, and she asked me where my head was at. That's when I told her about my crush. I'd been keeping it a secret for so long, but I decided she needed to know. I pointed him out to her and said, "Isn't he just the cutest boy you've ever seen? And he's so smart, too." Amy raised her eyebrows, then let out a laugh that sounded like a snort. She turned to me and said, "Hang on. Why would you have a crush on him? He's not cute at all." I just ignored her, and every time we hung out together, which was every single day, I'd talk about Troy nonstop. I couldn't help it. It was as if that was all my brain could think about. She always looked a bit disinterested when I brought up his name, and often tried to change the subject. But she was my best friend, and I knew she wouldn't mind me talking about him. I found out that Troy played baseball on Saturdays, so every Saturday, Amy and I would go and watch, and she always came with me and never complained. And that's when you know someone's your best friend, when they do anything for you. One day after the game, we went back to Amy's place to watch some movies. We were trying to decide which movie to watch, and Amy went to the bathroom and asked me to just choose one. She'd left her phone next to me on the sofa, and suddenly the screen lit up. It was a message from someone called Troy. Curiosity got the better of me, and I picked up her phone to see if it was my Troy. My heart was beating faster and faster. As I scrolled through her messages with this Troy guy, the message he'd just sent said, "Thanks for coming to watch my game today, babe." My hands started to shake, and I dropped her phone on the floor. This was my Troy, and they'd been texting back and forth for more than a month. I felt sick. How could she do this to me? She came out of the bathroom, and I told her that I wasn't feeling very well, and that my mom was on the way to pick me up. She didn't even seem bothered that I was leaving. But that night when I was trying to fall asleep, I realized I had to say something. This wasn't right. She was supposed to be my best friend. The next day, I went over to her place and told her that I wasn't sick. And then I asked her how she could do this to me. I told her I knew everything and that I'd seen the messages. And what was she playing at? And then said that she didn't even find him cute. What happened next was not what I expected. She started shouting at me, saying it was all my fault, that I had been talking about him nonstop for months, and that because of me, she'd started to like him too, and that it's all my fault for talking about how amazing he was all the time. I just stood there silently staring at her. I was so shocked by her words, and told her that I can't believe how my best friend would do or say something like that. She, however, still thinks I'm the one to blame. She even claimed that everyone will agree with her. We even agreed to send our story to My Story Animated and ask to include a poll of who is right. If everyone agrees she's the one to blame, she will have to leave Troy and apologize to me. If I'm the one to blame, then she can stay with him, and I just have to accept the situation. What do you guys think? Answer the poll and don't forget to leave your comments.